So you've come across a collection of coins that has some wheat pennies in it. You want to know how much these coins are worth. How do you sell them? What do I need to look for to see if my coin is worth a lot of money? In this video, I'm going to go over some wheat pennies that sold for a lot of money. These wheat pennies could be in your pocket change, they could be in an old collection that was given to you, and they could be worth a lot of money. There's certain things I go over on my channel that not many people know about. You should watch the videos and know these things because the last thing you want to happen is to sell your coin collection for too little amount of money. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to be looking out for to make sure you don't get scammed or ripped off. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Let's jump right into this video, guys. So up first, we have a 1916D 1 cent wheat penny graded by PCGS mint state 67 red. So here is a good general rule of thumb. The older your penny is and the better the condition it's in, the more money it's generally going to be worth. It's really challenging to see how good of a condition your coin is actually in. This coin right here is over 100 years old and it graded as a 67. So really quickly, the two best grading companies are PCGS and NGC. Essentially what you do is you send your coin to them and they'll grade it and they'll ship it back to you. They charge a fee and you don't want to send them coins that aren't worthy of getting graded. That's one of the hardest things, but I have other videos that show you exactly what to look for when grading coins. Also, if you're not sure, you want to consult an expert or try to do research on your own. Let's go over this coin really quickly. So this is a 1916D. You will see the D mint mark underneath the date there. That stands for the Denver mint where this coin was minted. Your coin is either going to have no mint mark, which means it was minted at the Philadelphia mint. It'll have the D mint mark for Denver or S for San Francisco. Typically, San Francisco is the best because they mint the least amount of coins. Philadelphia is generally the worst because they mint the most, but that's not always the case. So the biggest reason why this little wheat penny here sold for $58,750 is because of the date, the grade, and the time that it sold. Sometimes when these coins sell at auction, you're going to have two people that really want this coin and they'll go into a bidding war. Bidding wars typically happen when there's two people that are very wealthy going after a specific coin that they really want for their collection. It's also important to realize that certain market timings are important. If you were to sell your coins right after the market crash of 07-08, your coin would have brought a small amount of money comparatively to if it sold in 2005 or 2006. Today, we're at a general height of the market with 2021. Collectibles in general are at all-time highs. But if you come across a coin collection and you want to know how much it's worth, I recommend reaching out to at least 3 coin experts and getting their opinions before you try to sell your coins. I know too many instances where people just bring their coins to a pawn shop and they get a few $100s for their collection. That's one of the worst things to do because the majority of pawn shops will either A, they don't know what the coins are worth and they're going to give you too little money, or B, they're just not the best people and they're going to intentionally rip you off and make tons of money from you. I recommend finding 3 local trustworthy coin shops. Try to find your best coins and bring them to them and they'll tell you what the coins are worth. If they all say, hey, your coins are not worth money, then they're probably telling you the truth. If one of them says, hey, your coin's worth $5 and the other 2 say that it's worth a few hundred, the person that said it's worth $5 is either trying to rip you off or they generally are inexperienced and don't know what they're talking about. I offer a service on my channel. You can hit the join button and cancel at any time, but you don't have to do that. Do your research and find trustworthy people and see what they say. Let's jump into the next coin. So pretty much the same thing here. This is a really old coin and it graded really highly. This is a 1914D penny and it graded as a PCGS 66. Not much to talk about here. Certain mintages minted more or less coins. These coins are going to grade either really highly or low. Even if you have this 1914D penny in a low grade, it's still going to be worth a lot of money comparatively to one penny. You know, these wheat pennies oftentimes bring a lot more money than their face value. From a percentage standpoint, if you turn 1 penny into $1, that's 100 times gain, which is huge if you think about it. So this is one of the most iconic pennies. So the 1909 pennies were the first wheat pennies ever produced. This one has an S mint mark there. Even if your penny from 1909 does not have an S mint mark, it's still going to be worth good money. One thing you need to do to verify that your penny is real is look on the back bottom center of your 1909 penny. You will see the engraving initials of VDB. That was the engraver and designer of the penny. These coins are highly sought after, especially in the high grades. This one graded as a PCGS 67, which is a phenomenal grade for this coin, and that's why this coin sold for $97,750. Here's a 1926 S penny. This is a wheat penny and it graded by PCGS a 65 red. When these companies like PCGS and NGC signify that the coin is red, brown, or brown, that's them saying that that's the color of the coin. There are collectors out there that want this specific coin in all three categories. They want the red, brown, and they want the brown. Depending on which one you have, it may depend on how much money you get for your coin. This is a relatively unknown coin in this high of a grade. Generally speaking, if your coin grades this highly and it's from 1926, especially from the San Francisco Mint, it's gonna bring a lot of money. I've come across coins that are not in this good condition, but they're from 1926 and they're still worth a lot more than their face value of 1 penny. But this one brought a crazy amount of money. This one sold for $149,500. That's right, $149,500. So if you don't know what this coin is, then you're probably new to my channel, and that's okay. This is the 1943 D 1 cent wheat penny, struck on a bronze planchet graded by PCGS, a mint state 64. So really quickly, during the war efforts, they needed to stop minting coins on bronze planchet in order to supply ammunition metals, and that was a very important thing. So if you have a 1943 penny, it should most likely look like a steel penny. It should not look copper like this. This is considered a mint error. This should have never got out of the mint. And if you have a coin that looks like this, you either have a fake counterfeit coin, which please, if you come across a coin and someone's trying to sell you a 1943 penny that looks like this for a small amount of money, the chances are they're either a scammer, they don't know what they have, or it's just a fake coin and you want to avoid it. But if you have one of these coins in a collection, you know, this penny, this one little penny sold for $840,000. So keep your eyes peeled. It doesn't really matter about the D mint mark there. Any penny that's a bronze planchet penny from 1943 is going to be worth at least 6 figures most of the time. So please find someone trustworthy if you have this coin, because it could be life-changing money. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the YouTube algorithm. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next video.